After being asked by a Florida man with missing teeth if I knew where the best meth was in Melbourne, I ran off and started heading north on Highway A1A in Indialantic. If you enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, as doing all of those things helps these videos destroy the monster that is the YouTube algorithm. Also, make sure to hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. If you enjoy this video, you might enjoy checking out some of the featured playlists on this channel. Videos with amazing insights on other places like what you see here can be found in my USA Medium-Sized Cities playlist or in my Tourist Towns playlist. Last but not least, if you can't get enough of me on here, you can always go follow me on my other social media accounts, and those links are below. The road that we're on, Florida Highway A1A, is a scenic highway that goes for over 300 miles along Florida's Atlantic coast. It has a few other names that it's known by, like the A1A Scenic and Historic Coastal Byway, or the Indian River Lagoon Scenic Highway. To the west is the Indian River Lagoon, and to the east, behind all of these hotels and condos, is the Atlantic Ocean. In fact, being between the two bodies of water is how the town of Indialantic got its name. This particular stretch of the highway goes in and out of the city limits of Melbourne and Indialantic a couple of times before reaching other town limits just north of here. When I was here back in November of 2020, the skies on this day to the north were beautiful, but the skies to the south and east were all gray. It was also incredibly windy while I was here, and this is due to Tropical Storm Etna at the time hitting the Florida Keys. The hurricane season in Florida typically lasts from June through the end of November. More hurricanes form in this area of the world than any other place, with the Atlantic Ocean, Caribbean Sea, and Gulf of Mexico forming the western end of Hurricane Alley, which stretches all the way east towards Africa. It goes without saying that when major storms hit any area off of the Florida coast, it's common for the beachfront hotels and condos to experience storm damage or even flood damage if it's on the first floor. A typical small Category 1 hurricane or a smaller tropical storm barely does much damage though, and it's not like this place gets a Category 5 hurricane every year. The sunshine and miles of great beaches make the Atlantic coast of Florida one of the most visited places in the US. A recent article that was published in April of 2021 by a website called Touropia.com claims that the Florida Keys are the 7th most visited place in the country. The Florida Keys are quite a ways south from here in the Melbourne area, but if that list were to have counted the entire Atlantic coast of Florida, it would have easily been higher on the list. Beach cities like Melbourne, Daytona Beach, Miami, and several others together attract millions of tourists every year. We are now in Indian Harbour Beach, which is home to 8,500 residents. This place seems even more so like a retirement community than the other places that are nearby. The median household income is $61,000, and the poverty rate is 15%. However, that could be an inflated number, as the median age of Indian Harbour Beach is 53, meaning that there are likely a ton of retirees here, and they don't work. Niche.com ranks the schools here as an A+, and crime doesn't happen here much, so you're not going to see too many headlines of Florida man based out of Indian Harbour Beach. Save that for Melbourne. And now we're in Satellite Beach, which is home to around 10,000 residents, and the median household income is about $80,000 per year. The median age is 44, and the median value of owner-occupied housing units is $300,000. Niche.com ranks the public schools as an A+, and just like with Indian Harbour Beach, you're not going to see too many headlines based out of Satellite Beach that go like, Florida man arrested for DUI, claims that he only drinks when stopped at a red light.
Me, I can't do it no different. Gold shades tinted, yeah, I got the right vision, yeah. I won't let you down. We about to paint the town. Got the people all around. We been surfing on the crown, yeah. We them cool kids with the roof down. Yeah, we let loose, so lighten up, break the rules now. Yeah, we wild out the house with the tunes loud. On top of the clouds, looking around. Yo, how we ever getting down? Oh, I'm just going with the flow. Hey, you just gotta let me know. I think that it's about that time to go. One time for the gram, no. Go ahead, strike the pose. Got the city on lock. They ain't seen nothing like it. Got the whole spot popping. Ooh, it gets so exciting. Had the time of your life. Can I get that in writing? Hey, and tell them everybody invited. I'm having the time of my life. living that good life, good life. It's not exaggerated, I just had to say it. Look how we graduated, I'm so glad you made it. Cause we got all that we wanted, couldn't hate if they wanted to. We live it without a limit, yeah, we do what we wanna do now. Throw your hands up one time. They think that we lost our minds. Well, maybe we did, maybe that's just how we live. Maybe that's all that we want, maybe it is what it is. Cause we're just living our life. That's a life we're living. We're just living our life. That's a life. I'm having the time of my life. Everything is going alright. Ooh, I just made them look twice. This is how it feels when you living that good life. I'm just living that good life. I'm just living that good life. I'm just living that good life. Good life.
And now we're in South Patrick Shores. It's not an incorporated community, more so it's a census-designated place, and it's home to 5,800 residents. Not too far north of here is the Kennedy Space Center and the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, where NASA launches all of their rockets into space. The presence of those massive facilities has given this region of Florida the nickname of the Space Coast. Florida makes for an ideal location within the U.S. to launch rockets, as the Earth rotates the quickest at the equator. Launching rockets on the East Coast is also beneficial, as if anything horrible happened, debris from the rocket would land in the ocean and not in a potentially populated area on land. And now we finally make our way west over the Indian River Lagoon, and once we're across, we'll be within the far northern city limits of Melbourne. The Penita Causeway is one of 3 bridges that connects Melbourne to its beach communities. This one is the furthest north, and it opened in 1971 as a toll road. In 1990, the tolls were removed, and the name Penita comes from a former village that was located at the western end of the causeway. And no side shots, unfortunately, as some of you might be used to with my videos on this channel at this point. I filmed this before I had the extra cameras. No drone shots either, but it would have been a bad idea to fly a drone on this weekend as winds were gusting at 35 miles per hour. The Indian River Lagoon isn't actually a river, which is why it's referred to as a lagoon. It's fed by freshwater streams, but it's definitely saltwater. The lagoon is known for being a great spot for fishing. This first waterway that we cross is actually the smaller Banana River Lagoon, while a small strip of land separates the Banana and Indian Rivers. The Banana River is only 31 miles long, starting near Cape Canaveral and emptying into the Indian River at Indian Harbour Beach. The Indian River, however, stretches for 156 miles. Along the strand of land between the Banana and Indian River Lagoons is a community called Merritt Island, which is home to nearly 35,000 residents and is a census-designated place. And this waterway, as you could probably guess, is the Indian River. The reason for the slightly faded video quality is due to the strong winds blowing dust on the camera lens. I did my best to try to wipe it off, but especially near the water where there are no windbreakers, the camera lens got even more clouded with dust. We're only briefly in Palm Shores as it's a tiny community, home to only 900 residents. All of Brevard County includes the Palm Bay, Melbourne, and Titusville metropolitan area. The county is home to just over 600,000 residents, making it the 10th largest county by population in Florida. Today's estimated population of Brevard County is also up 10% from the 2010 census counts. A lot of people refer to the Melbourne area as Brevard, as there are dozens of communities that make up this populated area. Melbourne is only a small number of those 600,000 residents, but it too has continued to see endless population growth since around the 1960s. In Melbourne, the population is estimated to be just over 83,000, and the median household income is a low $48,000 per year. 16% of Melbourne residents live in poverty. The median value of owner-occupied housing units is more so what you would expect in the Midwest, as it's only $169,000. 28% of adults 25 and older hold a bachelor's degree or higher. Niche.com ranks the public schools as an A, so that's good. However, the crime rates here are about double the national average. You Florida men need to stop hitting each other in the face with shovels when you shop at Walmart. The Walmart crowds down here in Florida are just as much of Mountain Dew drinking hilljacks as they are in the rural Midwest. Some of you knew that, but some of you might have not have known that and have only thought of Florida as some kind of tropical vacation. No, there's plenty of white trash Florida men and women down here that give the place a redneck feel once you're away from the beaches.
How dare you judge an entire community just based off of one incident where a man hit someone else with a shovel while shopping at Walmart? I've been to Walmart thousands of times and nothing has ever happened to me. You're a horrible human being.
Whoa, way to twist my words there. Good job. Look, I never said that every single person who lives in Melbourne is going to hit someone in the face with a shovel while fighting over the last case of Mountain Dew at Walmart. I'm also not saying that everyone who is white and poor is white trash. You can be rich and white trash. If you do drugs, get in fights at Walmart, or if you're like this guy and you throw a pizza at your daughter's face for not wanting to go out to eat with you, and you're white, then you just might be white trash, and Florida has quite a bit of it.
I don't care. That was incredibly offensive. I'm never going to watch a video of yours ever again.
Okay, bye, dude. Meanwhile, currently we're still on the far north side as we're heading south to get further into the city. It seems as if this section of Melbourne has retirement communities mixed in with newish single-family housing subdivisions.
Huh, you say that as you turn west?
Yeah, didn't you just say that you weren't going to watch my videos anymore? Yeah, okay. When it comes to notable people from Melbourne, there's quite a bit. IndyCar driver Oliver Askew, musician, a part of the band Poison, Bobby Dahl, former Major League Baseball player and World Series winning manager with the San Francisco Giants, Bruce Bochy, another former Major League Baseball player, Prince Fielder, current New York Jets safety Marcus May, former NFL safety Reggie Nelson, actress Stephanie Scott, model and actress Kate Upton, and plenty of others. This is Wickham Park, and it seems like a nice little gathering spot for the community. Plenty of festivals and other events are held here throughout the year. Some of those annual events that are held either here or in other parts of the city include the annual India Fest, the annual India Day, the Melbourne Arts Festival, the General Aviation Day at the Melbourne Orlando International Airport, the Melbourne Main Street Fall Festival, the Melbourne Oktoberfest, and a Bible on Parade in December. Make sure to drop a like for that amazing insight. While driving through this park, I kept waiting to see a gator along the side of the road or something, or a large turtle or some other large type of reptile. This was actually my first time in Florida ever since the year 2000, and to have seen a gator would have been cool, as long as I was in the safety of my car, of course. Next, I start heading towards the part of Melbourne that looks like an actual city. Golf is a big deal for these retirement communities. To the left is Mallard's Landing Golf Course, one of two golf courses in the city. This is the main north and south surface road through Melbourne. I-95 isn't too far west of here though. In spots you can get nice views of the Indian River Lagoon off of US 1, and this route heads all the way south to Key West. Here's a look at a small neighborhood that's just north of the Ogalley Causeway. And since turning left here is darn near impossible, I had to get creative. Here we cross over the Ogalley River, which feeds into the Indian River Lagoon. We're still a couple of miles north of downtown Melbourne. And to the left here, you can get a nice view of the Indian River Lagoon. To the right is a historic building for the area, as it's the Melbourne Ice Plant. It was a power generating station that also produced ice. Since I didn't have my side camera set up at the time of filming this, here is a wonderful view of it from Google Street View. And finally, here we are in downtown Melbourne. The first European settlers arrived here after 1877. The city was named after Melbourne, Australia, where the first postman of the town was from. The original downtown was destroyed by a fire in 1911 and was rebuilt west of US Highway 1. In 1942, the Naval Air Station in Melbourne was built to train new Navy and Marine pilots for World War II. In 1946, the land that the station sat on was converted into the Orlando-Melbourne International Airport. That's not to be confused with the much larger Orlando International Airport an hour or so drive west. And this is the iconic sign that marks the beginning of Melbourne's downtown historic district along the main street, which is New Haven Avenue. As we go along, you'll see that it seems to be a really nice downtown area full of shops, bars, and restaurants. In the end, Melbourne seems like a nice place to visit in Florida, away from the expensive Key West and crowded Miami area. It seems like it could be a decent place to live as well, that is, as long as you stay away from the weirdos known as Florida men. I do end the video here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, as doing all of those things helps these videos destroy the monster that is the YouTube algorithm. Also make sure to hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. If you enjoyed this video, you might enjoy checking out some of the featured playlists on this channel. Videos with amazing insights on other places like what you see here can be found in my USA medium-sized cities playlist or in my tourist towns playlist. Last but not least, if you can't get enough of me on here, you can always go follow me on my other social media accounts, and those links are below. We'll see you next time. Peace.